What's up everybody, I'm SS Multiverse, and today we're talking about Goku training under Grand Priest Daishinkan for his next coming up tournament involving every universe. So I've seen some comments floating around YouTube saying that Goku is going to get a lot stronger before the Universal Tournament arc begins, and the only way I could possibly even see that remotely happening is if Goku gets trained under the High Priest or a Grand Priest, whatever or Daishinkan, whatever you want to call Xeno's highest level servant. I don't even know if I want to call him a servant because he's so high up, but I guess he still technically works under the Omni King, even though I've seen some interesting theories floating around saying that he actually is the Omni King, but that's for another day. And at first thought, I didn't think this could possibly happen because, you know, the Grand Priest is just way too high up in the ladder. He doesn't really know Goku. But the more I think about it, I think there's at least a chance because, let's face it, the Omni King really likes Goku. He likes him as a friend. He thinks he's interesting because he's the one person that doesn't treat Xeno like the absolute king of everything. He talks to him very casually and treats him like, you know, just one of his, you know, cool friends or something. And Xeno really likes that. He really appreciates having a fresh new personality to talk to. So I think there's a chance that Xeno is going to want to sway this tournament in Goku's favor. He's going to make it more likely for Goku to win. And one of the ways he could do this is if he gets the Grand Priest who works under him to train Goku. And this is the only way I could see Goku significantly increasing his power before his tournament if he trains with the Grand Priest. And to me, it makes sense if it happens in that way because Xeno can technically tell the Grand Priest to train Goku, and the Grand Priest can't really say no because Xeno is the ultimate word and the ultimate say in everything that happens in Dragon Ball as of right now, and no one can really just decline his words. So if he wanted to sway the tournament in Goku's favor and have him win, he could have him train him. Now, if Goku did get trained by the Grand Priest, this dude's gonna get buff. I mean, all his abilities is gonna go through the roof. He's just gonna, I could see him acquiring a level beyond Super Saiyan Blue. Maybe it still look like Super Saiyan Blue, but he could ascend beyond it, kind of like how they did in the Cell Saga, how it still kind of looked like Super Saiyan, but like the ascended level. Like, this is the one way I'm gonna say that he has a chance of surpassing Beerus is if he trained with the Grand Priest. If it's before the tournament or after, I don't know. I mean, one could say that Toriyama said that, you know, Goku and Vegeta aren't going to surpass Beerus anytime soon. But then again, he also said that Beerus was a 10, Whis was a 15, and Goku was a 6 on a scale. And that kind of got recalled pretty quick, retcon. So, I mean, if that can get retconned, then this could as well. And it's been a significant time since he said that anyway. So, I mean, do I think Goku's going to surpass Beerus by the time of this tournament? No. Like, I think it's very unlikely. This is more about if he were the train at the Grand Priest. I mean, I think that it would be dangerous if he did in terms of the writing, because he would have to at least sort of get the Beerus' power. I mean, just think about it. Grand Priest is stronger than Whis. Whis is stronger than Beerus. Like, how could he not at least catch up to Beerus at that point if he's training with someone that strong? It would be ridiculous. I also think that the Grand Priest being so incredibly high up in the ladder would be able to teach Goku techniques and abilities he's never seen before. I mean, maybe they're saving this card for like way later, like in Dragon Ball Super, because let's face it, Goku is going to be absolutely rigged as a fighter if he trains with someone this high up. And also, knowing Daishinkan, just imagine like all the moves Whis knows, and the Grand Priest probably knows significantly more because, you know, he's Whis' father, meaning he's been around for a lot longer than Whis has, and he's stronger. So just combining those two things alone says he probably has a more diverse moveset and even more absolutely overpowered abilities than Whis. So he could probably teach Goku a thing or two that just would make him insanely strong, not even just for his brute strength or speed, but for abilities too. So honestly, they might be saving this card for way later in the series, because if the Grand Priest were to train Goku, he would just be too powerful. He'd be too rigged. Maybe they should save it for a later enemy or villain that would actually require Goku to get stronger. We don't know how strong these tournament fighters are as of right now. They could actually be very weak. I mean, they've said some lines that somewhat suggests that Beerus is one of the strongest gods of destruction, saying that, you know, like when Goku Black said that I took care of the most meddlesome fighter, which is the god of destruction of Universe 7. Was that saying that that was the biggest threat to him in any universe? Seems unlikely because they said Daishinkan's only top 5, but we don't know how strong these fighters are going to be in this tournament, so it could even be possible that with Goku's Kaioken, he could be the strongest. It's kind of crazy to say that, but we don't know. We just really don't know as of right now. But I think if Goku were to train with the Grand Priest, that they would be saving this for a later time. I mean, it's possible, but I think it's unlikely. So to summarize what I've been saying, to make it a little bit more clear, I'm saying A, the only way Goku is going to come even close to achieving a significant amount of power before his tournament is if he trains with the Grand Priest. B, it is possible, like there's a reason why it could happen. You know, it's not just out of the blue, comes from nowhere, impossible. C, from a writing standpoint, it's seeming pretty unlikely and unnecessary. And D, also from a writing standpoint, I think they should probably save it for a later time. Revealing it right now, I think would only hurt them. Like, if Goku trained with the Grand Priest and didn't get any stronger, I think they would just, it would kind of put a hole in a lot of fans' heart, because like Goku really couldn't get much stronger than in any way, because this is kind of like the one way the writers still have that they could say Goku would train under the Grand Priest and get way stronger. Like, this is the one thing they still have where they could say that, other than train with the Omni King, but that's not really a fighter, so that you know that's never gonna happen. But this is kind of like their last little card they can pull. So I think they should save it for later. I think that there's a reason why they could throw this in, but I definitely think they should save this for later if you're going from a writing standpoint. Now let's take, just for fun, let's take the absolute best case scenario of Goku. If he got to train with the Grand Priest for a significant amount of time before this tournament began, like they went in the hyperbolic time chamber or something. Now we're just playing for fun with ideas, but oh, I say he might be the strongest fighter in the entire tournament coming up with Kaioken. I think you would have to use Kaioken still, but I think he would get really close to Beerus's power, if not maybe even surpass, not counting Kaioken. And with it, oh, I think he would just go into uncharted territory. I don't think he would get anywhere close to Whis' or even the Grand Priest's level. I think he would just be terrifyingly powerful, which is just another reason why I think they're going to save this for later. I do not think they're going to have Goku train with them until after this tournament or way later in the series, or just flat out never. But Goku being allowed to train by the Grand Priest is just absolutely busted. He would be way too strong. It would be no reason for it, and it would ruin kind of like him versus Vegeta, like the whole rivalry they have going on with Goku and Vegeta would just be absolutely destroyed. There'd be no point. Vegeta would never catch up to him unless he had similar training. But this seems like more of a circumstance that would only affect Goku. So literally in every way possible I can think of, this would be bad if they did this for the show. I think it would be cool, but like I think they should save it for later. And I think it could happen though. There's definitely a reason why it could happen, but they should save it for later. I really hope they will save it, but you know, we'll have to see. Let me lastly say I'm not really one here that gets to decide what's in Dragon Ball Super. I'm not a writer for there. I'm not an animator. So I'm just a guy who likes to talk about Dragon Ball Super. So just because I say it's a bad idea doesn't mean it necessarily is. But I will give you my reasoning every time, which I think I did in this video, of why I think that would be bad. Oh no, I think this is still a very interesting thought. Goku being trained by the Grand Priest. It sounds so good just rolling out of the tongue. Like Goku training with the Grand Priest with the Omni King watching. Like that just doesn't that just like roll off your tongue? Like it's just, ooh, it's just like yum, yeah. Like, oh yeah. Anyways, guys, that just about wraps up this very long video I have discussing a topic that may or may not even happen. We do not know. But I really feel like it was worth it because I see those comments floating around. It's a very fun topic to talk about, and it actually could happen. I mean, who can really say for 100% certainty Goku's never gonna be trained by this, you know, amazing fighter that we really don't know much about, but he's crazy powerful. He's Whis' father, and he works with the Omni King as his go-to man. I mean, it's all very, very interesting stuff. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments if you think this scenario is ever going to happen in the series. If the Grand Priest will ever train Goku, why would he train him? And how strong do you think Goku would grow training with such a fierce fighter? Also, let me know when would be the best time to implement this in the series as well. Let me know in the comments. I really like always have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.